people that you've been around for a while just progress.
Who has made the biggest impact on your career?
Biggest impact? I think it's a tie between my coach now and my coach from college, Coach Johnson and Coach Gisler. They both kind of implemented different things to my game, and I'll thank them for that.
What does it mean to win NFL Defensive Player of the Year? Like what, how does it feel when you win that award?
It feels good. I feel like I was so nervous for my speech that I wasn't able to enjoy it when I was up there, but afterwards it's fun.
What's the key to slowing down this Chiefs offense led by Mahomes?
The key to slowing them down, I'd say covering well on the back end and not letting him escape the pocket and create plays like improvise.
Are you using that as motivation, that loss 4 years ago to them, or how much do you want to get revenge for that?
Definitely want to win. I just want to win the Super Bowl, regardless of who I'm playing.
How about Travis Kelce? I mean, what can you say about Travis? I know everything's been said, but I mean, just how good is he and how tough is he to try that?
He's great. He's been doing it for a really long time, and he's one of the best tight ends in the league. And he's Mahomes' safety blanket for sure, so we need to be good on him.
Nick, do you feel
Nick,
an extra pressure of maybe you are the face of the defense of the 49ers?
No, not too much.
No? And do you think the defense is the strongest part of the team?
Say that again?
The defense is the strongest side of the 49ers. Do you think that?
I think our offense is pretty darn good, so it's debatable.
Nick, Deommodore Lenoir told me a story yesterday about how Kyle Shanahan called him out in a team meeting, and it was like a switch that flipped for him, and he really changed his practice habits. You've been watching him for a long time. I know he's one of your favorite players. Do you remember that team meeting? It was training camp.
Yes. Well, actually, was it
last
this
year?
training camp?
No, 2022.
Okay. No, I don't remember it, but I do remember. I have seen the development of him as a person. And obviously as a player, so it's been fun to watch.
And the fact that he's playing on the inside now, I mean, how much has his game leveled up?
Yeah, I mean, he's it's really tough to be able to play multiple spots, and he's one of the better athletes. He kind of reminds me of Jimmy Ward a little bit, but Jimmy could cover on nickel, but he was more of a safety. But Demo could play outside for any team in the league, so it's really good.
Do you feel like he's not getting enough credit for what he's been able to do?
I don't know. I think he'll get his due when it comes.
What stands out? It was mentioned that Super Bowl 54. You're one of 9 guys who's on that Super Bowl roster. What stands out? What's like the lasting memory from that game against the Chiefs?
From
2019, yeah.
Losing was probably the
Is for
thing
something like that, it sounds like it hurt a lot. Do you I'm never gonna watch the tape, I'm gonna put out, do you watch it over and over?
I definitely didn't watch it for probably a year, and then since then it's just another game to watch.
Did you watch it this week? Is there anything that
yeah, I watched it last week when we obviously found out we were playing them. And yeah, it's hard to watch the fourth quarter for sure.
Nick, you talked about your D-line and the coach and the defensive line. What about your first season? Robert Saleh and the defensive line? What was that?
Saleh was great. It was my first defensive coordinator in the league, and he's the one who drafted me, so I'll always thank him for that. And he was a defensive line-minded coach, so we love that. And obviously, he's a head coach now. So.
Do you keep in touch? Do you see some of the stuff he's going through, a lot of downs with the Jets?
Yeah, they need to get their offense situated because the defense is playing pretty damn good.
Nick, what can an extra week of rest do for this defensive line? Obviously, there's a lot on you guys every week. It feels like this week, perhaps more than ever, to get home and do your job.
You said what?
What can the extra week of rest do for you guys?
Oh, yeah, for sure. The bye week before the Green Bay game is huge, and now you get another one. So we're going to have to completely empty the tank on Sunday. So
Fred has mentioned a couple of times, you were in the game, you felt it too, but when you guys had that lead, you get to that point, and it almost felt like it was fate complete, and you weren't able to get to the finish line, obviously. How do you manage emptying the tank completely, but also making sure you got enough gas to get to the finish line in this game?
yeah, I don't think gas is the issue in the Super Bowl. It's just execution and getting the most important laps.
Do you feel like you guys are just going to have to go with 4 most of the game and get your job done? that
Rush
way?
with 4?
Yeah.
We'll see. We can't give that one away.
Appreciate it.
They're-
McNaghy likes a lot to play 12 personnel. Do you expect much of a double team?
12 personnel?
Yeah, 12 personnel, like 2 tight ends on the field.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
sure.
expect a lot of double teams on you?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some chips, I assume, on both sides.
There was a lot of talk about effort in the last game. How have you guys regrouped going forward?
You said who?
A lot of talk about effort in the last game.
Yeah.
How did you guys regroup?
You know, it's tough when obviously you kind of lose your focus, because effort for me is a mental thing. Just staying focused on the play the whole time, and a couple plays didn't look good. It's been talked about, and I think we're going to respond.
And how do you like the game plan set up for you guys so far?
I like it a lot. Yeah, we're still tweaking it, and we'll be ready to go.
They have a